I'm Brian Tankersley. I work with a company called K2 Enterprises. I'm also the technical editor at the CPA Practice Advisor. And finally, I have a blog at cpatechblog.com. You know, I really think the second half of 2011 is going to bring us a greater emphasis on mobile. I think you're going to see the Android tablets come into their own. You know, up until about the first half of 2011, Grant, we ended up with the iPad pretty much being the dominant tablet. I don't think you can count Google out, and I think honestly we're going to see many more robust solutions for the Android platform. I also think you're going to see more emphasis on collaboration. I'm firmly convinced that sometime before the end of the year, Google is going to get religion on HIPAA and GLB and some of these sticking compliance points we have that keep most of us that work with confidential stuff from dealing with, from using Google Docs to solve problems. In the small business space in particular, one of the things we're starting to see is this whole range of micro businesses out there that people are setting up. You know, again, we got 9% unemployment. Remember that when you're self-employed, you don't count in those employment statistics. And there are a lot of people out there that are hustling, trying to put food on the table. And I think as a result of this, there's going to be a whole breed of accountants that start dealing with the kitchen table. I think you're going to see that. I think you're going to see other products out there that people are going to be using to help manage these smaller businesses. So I think the implications of dealing with that are going to be a big deal. I also think that social media is going to have a big implication in that there are people now that don't use email. I firmly believe that just as you can now work with social media with products like Sage Act, I think you're going to see that stuff creeping its way into vendor and customer modules inside of accounting software over the next few years. Advice I would give to these micro business owners, especially small CPA practices, is I would do some homework and try to make sure you keep adequate documentation of what you're doing. I would also say that you probably need to talk to outside experts. Even though you're looking at it now and you're going, oh gosh, I can't afford to do this, I can't afford to do that. Trust me, you can't afford not to do it either. So it's a matter of, you know, you don't have to go to the point to where you get the filet mignon and you don't have to go and have the ramen noodles, but you know, there's a bologna sandwich or a turkey sandwich there in the middle that's a amount of professional services that these micro businesses should probably consume. And you know, again, I don't think you ought to go full outsourced, you know, where you're paying $100 per hour for everything. I don't think you should do nothing, but there's some point in the middle where you do need to get some help on this.